All right, y'all, let's get into a real quick update on the 42 months for the false prophet and that beast of the sea and the beast of the earth. And let's tie in some things, okay? Because you're in the year of the dragon. And the year of the dragon is when the woman brings forth a man-child. And this man-child is for the birth of the nation, so they can look back at their begotten son for that Don nation, that Doe nation, and these types of things. So because Don is their dawn of time, he's their ray of light. And as the people look back at Adam, they look back at Jesus, and that's their Christ. They're going to say that the dawn is their Christ man. All right? So because this is when the dragon comes forth and brings a war against those that have the testimony of Jesus Christ. And Jesus says in end times, the teachers will be teaching that Jesus is the Christ. And Jesus teaches that the seekers of salvation are the Jews. So the people who have the testimony of Jesus Christ are the seekers of salvation, who are the Jews, who are on top of the candlesticks that Jesus either hates, he's against. He tells you that you have the two-edged sword where Satan's seat is. He tells you you're the synagogue of Satan. All these types of things that you don't have Jesus. That's why Jesus is coming against those who have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Okay? Because we are all the Christ. This is what Jesus taught. But the Jews, that carnal nation, that carnal man who wants to say God's out there, he's not in here. We're not the sons of God. We're just man. We're not living gods. But you can't even see that you can create. You can create out of magic. You don't understand your creation. You think you live on some cartoon spinning ball. Once you understand you live in this projection, and that sun up there is the light in here, and we're all connected, maybe you'll understand a little bit more. But you don't even understand the five senses. And this is where you're being taken back into the beast man. And the beast man is the one going under persecution. It's the mark of the beast. This lets you know you're a fucking beast. Okay? So the 42 months is when the power is given. And this is where Trump is saying game on. And when this all started, 2020 vision and dreams were given. Matrix kind of revealed, and I've broken this machine and such. And then as these things have come on, we have to. I have to break the brainwashing, just like y'all do, with what I've been brainwashed with the church and through the church. Okay? So this is where the test comes, where I have to put together what I was given, what I'm shown, what's going on, what I've been taught, all these things put together. So this is where we're standing upon those sands of the sea. Do you see what's going on? The dawn of time, the sands are going through that hourglass. And we tick-tock, tick-tock. We're going hour by hour, getting closer and closer. The X, the she, the XI. These are all times on a clock. For that Roman clock. And the beast rising up out of the sea that has 7 heads and 10 horns. This is tied to the 7 candlesticks. Okay? That are burning. And as the new heaven and earth are coming, and that new candlestick is being lit up, that's when those flames draw up. And if you're on those if you're not holding, if you don't have it in hand, you're part of those flames. And this is where you're operating in that lower chakra system. And this is where that beast man is coming to be marked. Okay? Because the beast, the sheep, the wolves, the religious people, the scribes, the Pharisees, the pastors, the congregations, they're operating in a lower chakra. That's the beast. That's why they are going there. They don't understand that God is in here, that we are God, that the Father is in I, and I am the Father. Kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's right now. We're all born the sons of man. We're all born Satan. We got to find Jesus that's in us that gives love and abilities to all men, to all of God's creation, to all of God. Because we're all the sons of God. We're all part of that light, connected up, divided, but all together. We're a machine within a machine, within a machine, within a machine, within a machine. A projection within a projection, within a projection, within a projection. We project our lives onto our kids. Our kids project their lives onto their friends, on whatever the world. And that projection that we have came from our parents, from the world, all these things. Just boom, boom. And that comes from that projection in the sky, the sun, that gives life to everything. That sun follows you around, is you. That sun is part of you. It's connected to you. You are a light being. But you are also a carnal man. You are living in the lowest form of light, of the condensed light. This is just the first part of your life. After this death, we are born again. We are born again into light. Okay? And the beast man, they don't understand these things. They think that you have to die to go to heaven. You have to die to go to hell. No, you're living in hell. This lower density of light is hell. Satan rules in this light. You can do this. You can do that. Give me your 10%. Don't give me your 10%. You can think with 10% of your brain. Blah, blah, blah. Abel, 10%. Bell worship, Bible. Give your pastor 10%. Y'all are living your lives in opposition to what actually Jesus taught. You're living your life like this, and Jesus taught you to be like this. But being like this, you can't get too close to people because you might harm them. But they want you to be like this so you can get close to people, and then you can live the grievous sin. And you're living in all these confinements. Well, Sally's saying that over there. Sally's saying this over there. Blah, blah, blah. If you're living like this, people can't get necessarily close to you, and they can't make out what you're saying necessarily all the time. So the 42 months, 5-2 is the short count for the start. We got Trump saying on 5/15 today that game on. All right, so that 4D 2 months is tied to the 3D ending and the 4D hitting the scene, and then that 4D brings in that Wild West and the wilderness and all those things. And we're going to get into a time frame on these things because this starts filming during the 89 and it wraps up in the 90s and it's released full blown in the 90s. Okay, so that would be the 2025s, and these time crunches are coming in on things. But so the 42 months is when I told you that the Christians and the religious people, the world or whatever, they're going to know that they're in end times. And this is when we're going to see the people seeing that the Biden or Obama or Elon or whatever are going to be projected as the Antichrist. So this is where we can see Biden coming in and doing the climate czar stuff, or them coming in and so-called stealing the election again, and then we can see how that can unfold into that January 6th replay, but on the real scale per se, for the Trump armies gathering, and then between the election point to the January, that's when we see like the fall of the empire and the Christmas spirit and all those kinds of things, and Hanukkah or whatever is for that December 25th time frame, or 24th or whatever. But so Biden is starting that live game, in a matter of speaking. All right, where he is going to start bringing in these types of he has the candlestick in hand, so he's part of the dragon with the 7 heads. So he's bringing in the new heaven and earth. So what he's doing is he is exercising all the power that's been given to him, okay? And this is when he causes all these things to happen. And the beast, they don't understand it, okay? So, and it says that no man, but we're the sons of God. So as sons of God, you can do all things. All right? So the man and woman shall wither away. The man and woman is tied to one of the 4 creations in Genesis 1 through 6, where we see the vision and where they're worshiping that light, that begotten son, the going back to the garden, the one that Jesus tells you got to overcome, all those things. Because when Jesus comes back, he's getting rid of the religions. That's when we go to the one world religion. The Baal worship, the Satan worship, the Bible worship, or whatever, that's where the dawn is gathering those people into the Bible Belt, the deep, dark South. Go look on a map. You'll see the cross over the nation for the Bible Belt, and then you've also seen the other crosses for the eclipse and such, and that's the crossroads, and you can see the left and right kind of wings being gathered because the back is going to be taken out, in a matter of speaking. So this could be where the people they start getting freaked out by AI. They start saying no to Facebook or whatever, and that's that book of life where they're kind of blotted out, where Jesus is in us. We're the Lord of Lords. We're the King of Kings. So this is where Jesus in us, and that Lord of Lords is projecting his light to where we don't have that light anymore. We don't have those keys, where Jesus inside of us is blinding us through the Jesus out there that Jesus warns us about. And that's what's going on with the church. That's the blind leading the blind. Those are the seekers of salvation, because they need to hold somebody's hand in life, and they need somebody to tell them how to live, and when all kinds of crazy shit going on. Oh, man. So, as the new heaven and earth is being set up, the beast, they're not going to understand. The church, the sheep among the wolves, they're not going to understand. They're going to say no to these things. Their tribulation is coming upon yourselves. Okay? You're going to, the people, God's people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, it tells us. So this is where God's people, the sons of God, they're destroyed because their light's taken. They don't have the knowledge. Jesus told them to go out and test all people, but their light over there, oh, you can't read that book. You can't go out there that night, or whatever. Can't talk to me. Can't talk to him. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever fucking rules they're throwing at you, dude. It's fucking moron after moron after moron. And that's where you're getting into 2025 idiocracy. Morons! Just like I told you for that Rambo Trump coming. Whoever the else they got up their sleeve, but he's the psycho. He's like that psychopath American psycho whatever. And then you got Tom Brady being referenced as that or whatever. But either way, so that 40 months or 42 months, the 42 months, it's all breaking open. We can see that unfolding from Biden taking his reins. All right, we're gonna do a short number 2 on this one.